This video is going to introduce to you the type of studies known as systematic literature reviews. By the end of this video, it's fairly short video, you should be able to describe what a systematic review is and maybe give examples of where you could find systematic reviews. So systematic literature reviews are exactly what they sound like. They are reviews that systematically look through the literature. So how the authors of a systematic literature review would go about doing this is they would really identify the issue and the question. So what is the idea that they're going to look for? They're going to write a plan for the review. Writing a plan beforehand is important because you know exactly what to look for, and sort of then you don't have to worry about moving the goalpost or changing things so that it fits your particular hypothesis. So you're then going to search for studies. So you would perform a literature review. Go into PubMed or Google Scholar or probably multiple search engines and sift and select studies that are looking for a specific thing. You're going to take the data from each of these studies. You're going to assess the quality of them, combine the data or analyze the data, and then discuss and conclude the overall findings. From that, you're going to publish your systematic review, and then you're going to disseminate this information. You're going to give it out to different places and look at the different quality of studies. So how this would look, let's suppose you wanted to know the effect that eating vegetables would have on the type of cardiovascular diseases that you would develop. So you would look for any studies that look at vegetable consumption and cardiovascular disease. You'd write a plan. So you'd say what kind of studies you're going to include, what kind of studies you're going to exclude. So maybe you're only going to include studies that were of clinical trials, and you're going to exclude the epidemiological studies, or maybe you're only going to include studies that were performed for a certain period of time, etc. So then you're going to search for a bunch of studies, and then you're going to start really assessing the quality. Which of these studies fit the criteria? Not all studies are equal either, so some studies may have been poor in their randomization of the trials and the data they collected. You may exclude it for a number of different reasons. So what studies you include and choose not to include depend on what the quality of the study. Then you're going to look at the data and see, okay, how many studies showed that there was an improvement on the outcome of cardiovascular disease when consuming vegetables, which ones you didn't see an improvement on, and which ones you actually saw unimprovement or a disprovement on. And then finally, you're going to discuss and conclude the overall findings. So how many of those were good, organizing this into a paper and then disseminate it. The most popular or the most famous group that does systematic reviews are the Cochrane reviews. So these are a group of probably about 31,000 healthcare professionals that will sift through the data and perform these different studies.